Hello students, I'm Stacy Perkins with Legacy Education Alliance, and I'm happy to bring you a new edition of Legacy Connection, your connection to Legacy's most shared and engaging content for the month, spanning from real estate and foreclosure investments to financial markets, currencies, and now business training across the globe. In this month's issue, we're going to be discussing an issue that is pertinent to all of you aspiring entrepreneurs and business leaders out there, the importance of hiring. Now, when we discuss the act of hiring here at Legacy, we're not necessarily referring to the act of bringing on an employee who fits in with your company vision, but to the hiring of fellow entrepreneurs, real estate investors, and motivated individuals who will bring value to your power team, support team, and network. A crucial component to every entrepreneur's success. So let me share with you 3 traits that we feel are important to look for when bringing on a new member. Do they align with your vision? It is absolutely essential that the candidate that you're considering is able to align with your vision. After all, you're bringing on this person to directly help you realize this vision, so they better be able to see it. You should be able to sense this almost right away when you meet someone new. Don't be afraid to ask tough questions about your candidate's values so that you can gauge from the very beginning whether or not they will be an asset to your team. Are they diverse from you? To balance the point above, it is also important to partner with someone who has a new viewpoint and opinions to offer. Although you may enjoy doing everything yourself in your own particular way, it's good to work with somebody that's different from who you are. This way, you are exposed to fresh perspectives and skill sets that you may not possess, which could very well lead down a path to success that you may have otherwise neglected. Is the candidate a strong communicator? Communication is the keystone of any successful working relationship. Almost all jobs require strong communication as a qualification, whether it's written or verbal. However, this is especially important when deciding who to bring on your power team. With goals and deadlines that are far less objective than in the traditional company setting, communication between power members stands as the #1 driver of a successful partnership. Now I would like to invite our CEO, Anthony Humpage, to offer his take on the importance of hiring. Anthony.
Hey, thanks, Stacy. Hello, everyone. It's Anthony Humpage. I'm CEO of Legacy Education Alliance. Today, the team's asked me to talk to you about the most important work-life lesson I learned. And I may surprise you. You're probably expecting me to come with some great insight or some earth-shattering personal moment. It's not going to be that way. The most important decision you make in your work life is a hiring decision. And most people don't do it the right way. To coin a somewhat dismissive term, a lot of people go about hiring with the view that if the candidate can fog a mirror and they can check the boxes on their requirements, they'll hire that person. It's absolutely the wrong way to hire. I learned this from one of my mentors over 30 years ago, and that is that if you go through your whole hiring process, and I know interviewing can be tedious, it's time consuming, it's hard work, but if at the end of that process you don't have one or more candidates absolutely screaming, "Hire me," to you, stop, put all those resumes in the bin, and start over. Now, I will tell you, I hate having to relearn lessons, but I think we know that God or the universe will teach us a lesson until we get it. And whenever I forget this hiring lesson, I regret it. Always. So, if you were to ask me, that's the one thing that you need to pay 100% attention to. It's being absolutely hard and ruthless in your hiring decisions. Now, some of you are going to say, well, Humpage, why does this apply to me? I'm an entrepreneur or a real estate investor. I don't hire employees. No, you may not hire employees, but I bet you hire members on your power team or your support teams. And you have to put exactly the same amount of effort and detail into those hiring decisions as I've talked to you in the hiring of employees. If you stick to that rule, life for you will be a lot easier than it will be if you're a little careless about your hiring or engagement decisions. I know it's hard, but I hope that's helpful. Thanks for listening. Once again, this is Anthony Humpage.
If you go through your whole hiring process and don't have one or more candidates screaming, "Hire me," stop, put all of those resumes in the bin, and start over. A powerful statement and a valuable piece of insight that applies to the vetting of candidates for all sorts of situations, including power teams and business networks. After all, it's passion we're looking for, right? And once the passion is there, the motivation is right behind it. I'd like to end today's segment with an inspirational quote we recently shared on social media, coined by none other than Robert Kiyosaki himself. "Don't let the fear of losing be greater than the excitement of winning." A powerful motto that should fuel all of you entrepreneurs out there toward financial independence. Add passion into the equation and voila, you've got yourself a recipe for success. I'm Stacey Perkins with Legacy Education Alliance. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on Legacy Connection.